this is the next step. Not really looking forward to it. It's pretty rotten, but I gotta get all this filler that's off this panel and see what's left. Got all the filler off of it. Now just gonna kind of study the shape for a little bit, try to figure out what my best way of reproducing the original shape will be. Okay, so basically I took a tracing off the other side and kind of cut this to give me a starting point for the metal. So I'm about to map this out on a piece of metal, cut it out, and then see what we got then. Got a piece of 20 gauge. See if we can make this an inside kind of fender well round thing. Let that dry, shortcut. Yeah, that looks like a pretty decent start. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna shape it now. All right, basically, I'm gonna shrink this inside edge and see if I can get the shape I'm looking for. All right, I've got it up there now, and you know, it's not dead on, but it's in place. So at this point, I'm gonna go around the edges with the flapper and start kind of moving it into shape. Guys, I'm just going in baby steps and waiting and letting it cool because it's, I don't want it to work, so I just gotta be patient. Well, I definitely shrunk the side of the car in when I loaded that in. So I'll have to get in there with my porta power and push that back out after I finish welding all the edges up. All right, guys, I've gotten hammered out most of this dent that was in this fender. It's not perfect, but I mean, it'd be good enough for filler. It was all caved in before, and then the fender was split down here, welded up and rounded out. So that's as far as that I'm gonna go on this for right now. And I'll go to the other side and we'll see what we can do next. But guys, that's as far as I'm gonna take it for right now until I can, until I wanna get back on body work. That was bothering me, that fender was knocked in, and I figured I was sitting working a little bit. Got a little carried away. Just about got the whole dent out of there without any body filler, but I'm gonna still have to skim coat it. But it looks pretty good. I have the fender that I knocked all of the dent out of. Man, you could barely tell that there was a dent there. I still haven't done any filler on this thing. I'm really, really loving learning how to use the dollies and stuff and work this metal out. But now, yeah, man, it's end of another long evening, having a beer and just enjoying what I've done so far. This thing's coming along. All right, guys, today I'm gonna work on this fender. It's pretty gnarly inside here. The outside edge is just beat. So we'll see how this goes. All right, guys, I'll still hammer it a little bit more, but it's kind of coming around. Kind of see, run back out. Of course, filler will fill in all the imperfections, but just got to keep on going. I think I can massage a lot of this stuff out of there, so I'll try to get as much as I can. All right, guys, I just about got that all hammered and dollied out of there. Kind of hard. I gotta give it one color and then do my filler, but you see that it's back where it was. I'll put up a picture of what it looked like when I started. Well, I got some etching primer on it, kind of letting it dry, but man, I got most of that dent out of there. So I'll just skim it with a little bit of putty. But beats the heck out of spending a couple $100 for another fender and it being aftermarket. I prefer this German stuff, so got a little bit more to do there, but it's gonna work out. Hey guys, I've got the fender kind of bolted back onto the car. I still got to do the body work on it and stuff, but I need to go ahead where I put that patch in and put a nut in where I can suck the fender up as tight as I can to the body, because I still have a significant space here. So I need to get it tied in and then figure if I need to cut like a relief cut or something to allow it to pull out a little bit. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to go, but I'll figure it out. People were asking me how I was going to do the nut here. Basically, I just cut a hole in the panel and then put in a nut that has a shoulder on it, and I'll tack weld it in place. Guys, it's kind of hard to film over here, but I did go ahead and get the bottom of the door all welded up where it was damaged like the other side. Got an expansion primer right now, and then I'll get back on this freaking quarter that just keeps, it just won't stay together. I'm trying to figure it out. I'll work it till it's done. It's kind of hard to see, but I got all of the that undercoating out from underneath here, and just sanded everything down to a 60 and got it all in etching primer. Just where I do better when I can see it all in one color to start chasing down all of the imperfections. So I still got to do the front of the car and the hood, that one little section up there and the hood, but then the rest of it is just about buttoned up. Pretty happy to be to this point. So going ahead and got some more center blocks where I can lift it up a little bit higher tomorrow, where I can get this chassis out from underneath it and get under it and do a little welding on the heater channels. Got out this morning and removed all of the stuff out of the dash. I think this is as far as I've ever taken the car apart, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. I got all of this cleaned out of here. Now I just got to deep clean everything. One of the things I'm going to do is take this hood off. And I don't believe it's ever been off this car. It lines up perfect. And one of the things that I learned a long time ago, when doing stuff like this, if you take a drill with a little bitty drill bit, you'll go up on these hinges, like in between the bolts or something like that right in there. And if you'll drill a pinhole on each side, when you go to put the thing back on, you can stick a nail in there and line the hood up perfectly. That way you don't have hassle with it, especially with fresh paint. Get the hood off of it. Yeah, found some surprises once I got up in here. This top edge, this cowl, is plenty rusty. That'll be a fun challenge. I already knew the windshield had some places in it, but I'm going to get some asphalt on this thing and put something for a couple of days to get that rust neutralized. Take a wire wheel to it, see what we got left. I can't have this over with soon enough. If you've ever had to remove all the undercoating under these fenders, I don't know if it was from the factory or what, but man, it gets everywhere and it will literally wear you out. I'm doing it all with one of these universal tools and a hammer. And yeah, that takes a long time. But once it's over, I mean, I'll be able to, I can't sand it, I can't prime, I can't protect it. Found another hole underneath the undercoating right there. There's a lot of things I got to do. This is why you take this stuff off, just to see what's under there, because you never know what is hiding under the undercoat. Yeah, buddy, but I wouldn't have found that. All right, done. Never want to do that again. Next thing is going to go down. Is tomorrow. I'll get my son over here, and we'll get this car lifted up one more brick. That way that the chassis can roll out from underneath it, and I'm gonna have to get a hold of a trailer where I can get this thing out of here. That way I can get under there. On the bottom edge, there's a couple bolts that pull through that will need to be welded also. So we'll just continue working our way around until we're ready for epoxy primer. I am going through the Ragtop side and clearing all of these this stuff up with all its debris that's in there. Lots of fun. This part's great. My son came over today and helped me with my wife. We got the car up enough to roll that chassis out from underneath it. Boy, it's up there. It's making me nervous. It's so up there. But hopefully them bricks don't collapse on us.